Good evening, and welcome to the Let's Get to It podcast. I just wanted to come up here and, just have a little episode about, where I'm at in my recovery and what brought me here to Florida and, to share this content with you guys. I'm recording live from Clearwater right now, and I just wanted to get on here and, mainly talk about gratitude. Pretty much, we talking about 4 years getting myself together and being able to come here and share on this podcast, what I've been doing to get here. I'm down here for Philly spring training, but whatever place than to record and give you this footage. You see that sunset in the background? I never seen something so beautiful in all my life. And I've been using drugs for a long time, but I never got a feeling of what I see right behind me right now using drugs. And the fact that I can come here and share this story with you guys down here in Clearwater is amazing. So I've been coming down to Clearwater for the last 3 years for spring training. And as you guys know, I started the podcast within the last year. And I just wanted to bring the cameras down here and just let you guys know, it's a direct result of wanting to change my life and doing something better with myself. I was flying here, and I was just thinking about how grateful I was, because there was times when I couldn't even travel because I was so dependent on a drug that I couldn't even attempt to get on a plane or go anywhere without having drugs because I was fearing that I would get sick. The fact that I was traveling and being delayed because of the snow back in Philly, and the flight kept getting delayed, and when I did land in Orlando, the actual rent-a-car wasn't there for me, and by the grace of God, I was able to just go get another rent-a-car and not worry about that and deal with that later on down the line, because before, that would have been a good reason to use. Y'all don't have my rent-a-car? I'll show you how I can destroy my life. I'll go use drugs and fly back to Philadelphia and don't be able to enjoy myself. But I simply went, got another rent-a-car. I called the company that I got the rent-a-car from, and now I'm just waiting to get refunded. But these are the things that I learned in recovery, how that I can just change my thinking away. The fact that I'm actually here on a trip is one thing, but then when there's all type of consequences and hiccups and stuff like that, that no matter what, you don't use over that. You don't use over that no matter what. It's nothing worth, throwing all this away because I make one bad decision. So I teach myself on a daily basis, no matter what, there's going to be trials, there's going to be tribulations, there's going to be all type of things that go on. I just can't use over them type of things under no circumstances whatsoever. So I'm actually just coming from our dinner, and while I was down here, I come down here and I meet some friends down here, and I met them back in Philadelphia. How you doing, Denise? How you doing, Joe? I know you said shout y'all out. How you guys doing? And I just wanted to, I met them back up in Philly at Chicky and Pete's, and we get together whenever it's a home game. They live down here in Florida. They fly up. They're season ticket holders. They fly up and, we just hang out. And then during spring training, we pick a time when we're going to come down here, and we just get together, and we just had dinner. And, everything was good. But, I'm telling you, the life that I had built for myself in the last 4 years has been completely just amazing. Just having my family back, having the support, being down here, and being able to come down here and do these things. And what I really wanted to get on here and talk about is during the recovery process, all these things can happen. They can all come back for you. All these things. It's possible. You can go on any trips you want to go on. You can be employable. You can get a job. You can start working. You can start doing things. It's a lot of fun in recovery, a whole lot of fun in recovery. And that's what it's all about. I just wanted to get on here and let you guys know that, don't ever think that, what I'm going to do in recovery. Hey, I come down here every year. Pick a spot. Find a hobby. I love baseball. Baseball is my favorite sport in the whole world. So all throughout the spring and summer, I'm going to be going to baseball games, so much so that I come down here that I already built up a relationship with some of the Phillies players and the coaches. I come down here, they know me by name, Who would have ever thought that after all this stuff I've been through, living on the streets of Kensington, being homeless, eating out of trash cans, begging for money, trying to get one more, that now I can be friends with the Philadelphia Philly players. Not only that, I'm friends with some of the players on the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, I built relationships in this process. And the biggest thing is when people say, you know what, Ben, I see what you're doing on this podcast. You know what I mean? Like, you really out here helping people. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I just want to help people. All I want to do is let people know they don't never have to suffer ever again, ever. They don't have to go through that. You just got to do what you got to do, go through the detox, withdraw. Every day is going to get better. I guarantee you, every day will get better. I told you, I stayed in a recovery house for 3 years. I had to wait in there for 3 years to get my life back on track to be able to be in Clearwater today. Because if I would have rushed that and went back out there, there's no saying what would have happened, you know? So I had to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's exactly what I've done. And I stayed in that recovery house for 3 years, but I also learned some patience. That when you get to the place and your rental car place is closed when you fly in, that what you're gonna do. You don't use over it. You find a way it means to do what's the next best thing, you know? When your flight's being delayed all day long, that's the reason why I got in late while the rental car place was closed. So what are you gonna do? I don't just sit there and drink at the airport because all of a sudden the flight's being delayed. No, I pretty much got on here. I started helping some people. I started doing some things and doing some outreach work. You know, still trying to help people at the end of the day, just trying to help people. And that's exactly what I was doing, you know what I mean? So like, I just continue to want to help people, continue to be there to get this message out that, listen, you never, ever, ever have to use again. You never have to use again. Like, this could be the last time that you ever had to suffer and go through what you're going through right now. And that's if you know anybody, a relative, a family, a friend, anybody that's struggling, anybody that's suffering from the disease of addiction or any type of addictions. All you have to do is tell them to tap in and we can get you the help that you need. There's so much help out here for you. There's so much help. And that's what we want to do. We want to let you know that the Let's Get To It podcast, we can definitely get you the help from any type of substance abuse, homelessness, whatever it is. We can get you the help that you need. And we just need you to tap in. I have all type of resources. You know, it's been really cold in Philly. It's been a lot of snow. And I'm not one to get on here and talk about what I do for people, but I've been putting quite a few people off the streets into recovery houses and get them into homeless shelters, you know, and just get them some type of coverage to get off the street where they don't have to freeze to death out there. So, you know, when that phone ring, I'm telling you, I just stop what I'm doing. And I just want to be there to help people because I know what it's like when I wanted to get off the streets and I couldn't. There was just no way because I didn't have no resources, no means or anything like that to get off the streets. So like, you know, that's why I wanted to get on here and start this Let's Get To It podcast where I can just help people that get the word out that, you know what, help is available no matter what. All you got to do is call. I'm going to do whatever I can do to try my best to get you into a treatment. But you have to be willing. Sometimes I get calls and people, you know, I set everything up and they be like, oh, I can't go that far away. What do you mean you can't go that far away? If you really want to get clean and you really want to get your kids back and you really want to work on that relationship you was talking about working on, then you might have to go away to a different place. You know, you might have to do some things that's uncomfortable just to do what you have to do. So like, you know, the main thing is that don't stop me from being there for people. Like no matter what, once the call come in, I'm gonna do all I can do to try to help a person because I was like that too. I remember people came down there and tried to grab me off the streets and tell me, come on, let's go. And I'm like, not right now, not right now. I'm not ready yet. And if a person is not ready, you can't force them under no circumstances whatsoever. It's a losing battle. It's a losing battle. But you can be there and get the word out to them that no matter what, when you're ready, if you make that call, you know what I mean, we can get you in there. So, yeah, I'm just so grateful. You know, again, tomorrow, I'm going back to another game over there, watch the Phillies play spring training. I'm going to meet with a friend of mine and we're going to do an interview. Somebody that we got clean together over 15 years ago. He's still clean to this day. You know, so I'm going to try to get his story. And, you know, just while I'm down here, just meet some people, you know, still trying to help people because like wherever you go, this podcast is bigger than Philadelphia. Wherever you go, there is people that suffer from the disease of addiction or homelessness or whatever it is. So you just have to know that it don't matter where you are, that the help is available and that you can get the help no matter where you are. It doesn't even matter. any state, any country, any world. You know, that's how far I want this podcast to expand, that no matter what, if you make that call, there's some type of resources for you. So yeah, while I'm down here, I'm going to be interviewing some people, and it's more than a vacation. It's more than a vacation. It's a little getaway where I'm just trying to spread the word down in Florida, you know, that they can know about the Let's Get To It podcast. That's how this thing spreads, you know. Somebody in Florida might be watching who has a friend in Indiana, and then that words get over to Indiana, and then we can help people over there. That's why mainly when you guys go to the Let's Get To It YouTube site, Let's Get To It 434, I need you guys to subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel, because when you guys subscribe to the channel, it helps me help other people. It spreads the message out. It gets it out to more people to know that the help is available. So yeah, definitely comment. Let's get into the comments. Let's talk about, what you see when you watch these podcasts, is like what you really enjoy, Some of the things that you might want to tell me I might need to tighten up on. Some of the things that you might say I should speak on. Let's talk about it in the comments. Because I'm open to all type of suggestions. All I can tell you is I don't know anything. But what I do know is when I put a drug in my body, when I put that substance in my body, I just go crazy and everything is off. So I don't want to do that. I know for a fact that I don't want to use drugs ever again. Now, when it comes to helping people, I know what it was like when I had to ask people and be grateful and be humble when people was there to help me. So the fact of the matter is, when somebody, is here to give this word and let you guys know that help is available, that's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. And I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes. Like, we really diving deep into this. I got a bunch of people lined up when I get back that we're going to be recording. These episodes going to keep getting pushed out. Man, I'm just so excited. And when I do get the comments and I read them comments and I see what you guys are talking about, I got people that's telling me that these podcasts are bringing tears to their eyes. You know what I mean? You know how that make me feel when they hear the podcast and they say, wow, man, that was so deep. Like, I brought tears to my eyes. Or the fact that I get that call to say, I listened to the podcast and I shared it to one of my loved ones and they decided to go into treatment after watching the podcast. Well, that tells me that all the hard work that I'm doing, that I don't get paid for, that I'm not looking for no money or nothing, that's working. That's why I'm doing this, to save somebody else's life. Because the reward's going to be at the end of the day when we all can get it, away from the disease of addiction. And then you don't have to worry about the treatment centers and people not on the streets and stuff like that. We are recovering, doing the right thing. We can make it where as though like we're more powerful than the drugs. We're more powerful than the people that selling the drugs, all that type of stuff. Like, we don't never ever have to worry about that ever again. So I just I just want you guys to know, like, like the recovery is possible. That you can definitely. Oh my gosh, it's a big rat on the ground right now where I'm filming at. I don't like that. Oh my gosh. I want to move the camera. I'm gonna stop my foot away. Get away from me. Anyway, I'm telling you, that was the first. I'm sitting out here on the beach and there's a big rat that came out the rocks right now. But they gotta eat too. You know what I mean? He's hungry. He's trying to get him something to eat, but he damn sure scared the mess out of me. But however, yeah. I just wanted to get on here and let you guys know, like, I'm just so grateful, so grateful of what we got going on. And I'm looking forward to bringing more content to you. Just getting the word out. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting it, liking it, commenting on the podcast, whatever. Do know that merch will be coming out soon. I got a bunch of things down the line just to get some merch out. The Let's Get To It merch. Speaking engagements coming up. I got a bunch of stuff booked when I get back. Going to go speak to people. Whatever needs to be done, people are reaching out now and asking for their help. And that's exactly what I'm so excited for. The fact that it's getting into the right hands and people saying, you know what, I need you to come talk to these kids. I need you to come into my treatment center and talk to my patients. I need you to come into the outpatient room and share to these guys, what did you do when you was an outpatient? How did you, change your life around? What were some of the things you had to change? Like not going back to the city and being, in a different neighborhood for 3 years. So all them type of things, and man, just grateful. I'm looking at the background and I see how beautiful this is. I'm looking at myself, you know what I mean? Like how I feel, how I look, you know what I mean? Like I look good, I feel good. You know, my energy is up. You know, I just got done eating and wanted to come out here no matter what and spread the word. Now go sit at the bar. Now go do everything, but like share this message, you know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, like giving this message back to people, you know? So I just want you guys to know that the Let's Get To It podcast, we're here to help, you know? We're here to help. And, you know, reach out. If you know anybody that wants to get on the podcast, they want to talk about some of the things they've done, what they're doing in their life now to stay clean and live a good program, tell them to tap in, you know what I mean? I can get you on. It's not a problem. I can get you right on the podcast. And, you know, anybody, you know, I was looking at some topics, like some of the kids who've been through, you know, addiction when their families was using and stuff like that. Will they ever be able to forgive their parents? Will they ever be able to forgive their loved ones? Let's talk about that, you know. There's a lot of topics we can talk about that we can get out because we all suffer from all type of things, the reason why we use. There's all type of reasons why we use. And if you have them all bottled up in one and you're doing all these type of things, it's just like, I'm telling you, you know, we had to talk about it. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm about to end this podcast, this message right now, because there's a bunch of rats running around right here by my feet. And I got to get away from here. I have to get away. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot sit here and do that. When I was using it was all right, but not now. I will not sit here with these big rats running around here. So, you know, I'm braving it out right now, but I'm seeing more and more of them. So I just want to let you guys know, look, I love you guys, you know, and the Let's Get To It podcast, my staff and everybody, you know, we just here to help. If you need any help, if you know anybody that's struggling, anybody that's going through it, tell them to tap in. You know what I mean? Tap in. It don't cost anything to subscribe. It don't cost anything to ask for help. You know what I mean? I stop what I'm doing throughout my day to give you guys the help that you need. So just, you know, tap in. I thank you guys for continued support. Episode 15 will be out soon. Episode 15 will be out soon. Not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. I still got to record that one and get it ready. I'll be recording Wednesday when I get back home, and I'll have it out for the following Wednesday. But I am going to put these episodes up now. I'm going to put these episodes up now and, you know, just give y'all a little something, let y'all know exactly, you know, what's been going on and what I'm doing. And it's all love here. You know, it's all love in Clearwater. That's what I'm saying. It's all love. You see the shirt, you know, Phillies. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing. But do know, if you need help, you know anybody struggling, tap into the Let's Get To It podcast. Let's Get To It, Clearwater edition.